Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin with Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Pros Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
How you doing, cowboy?
I'm doing.
How you doing there, cowboy?
I'm doing.
All right. Welcome in. I got that weird ear pop going on. You know,
Well, why you got an ear pop going this morning?
I'm sitting here adjusting these dials, and every morning when I go on, it sounds quiet at first in my ear, and then I do this, and everything starts popping. Does yours, if you open your jaw, do you hear a bunch of noise?
No, not really.
Try it. You hear anything? Why do I hear stuff all in my ears?
Because your the little tubey things are probably clogged up.
They must always be clogged up because it does that all the time.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what causes your ears to pop, like when you fly on an airplane.
How do you get rid of that?
I don't know.
How you don't?
Antihistamines.
My grandmother, when you'd have a scratch on your eye, you know what she'd pour in your eye? A spoonful of cold milk.
Well, man, I'm going to tell you what. Cold milk is great for anything in your eye.
Cold milk.
Yeah.
Welcome in this morning as we're talking about
cold milk in the eye.
Cold milk. Hey, we want to welcome you in as we get episode 366. We are now, I lied to y'all. Remember I said I was going to go on autopilot?
Yeah.
Lied to you. We're not going on autopilot.
We can't go on autopilot.
Nah, it'd be too many things that we talked about in the past that people would wonder, why is he talking about the 48th annual fair on the square when that happened 2 years ago?
That's it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
By golly.
By golly.
Hey, welcome in. We want to know that you are out there this morning. A lot of friends always join us, and we want to welcome you in this morning to Good Morning Huntsville. We are here on a tactical, terrific Tuesday. Big shout out, as always, Paulie, the gallery, for all of your custom framing, photography, and more. Paul, we love you, man. I told Paul, even though we're not over there, I'm still going to support him and talk about him. He's a great man, and we appreciate all that Paul does. Go by and see him, 1201 University. Also, a big thank you to Elliott's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Go see my great friend Elliot Herzlich. I'll talk here in a few moments about the Care Center and their wonderful banquet that occurred last night.
How was that banquet?
It was
Sorry,
wonderful.
I couldn't make it.
Yeah, no, we'll talk about that here in a little bit, but I did bring that up temporarily because we still have 14 of these. 14. We've only managed to donate, I believe, 6 of these. So we've got 14 of these Beautiful diamond earrings, diamond pin. I talk about it every show.
Yeah, let me look at them.
Look how nice that is, man.
That is pretty.
That'd look good on you, Jason.
It probably would.
Get you a little bling in y'all ear, but yeah, I'm gonna.
No, Jason ain't wearing no bling in his ear.
I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, and Bridget may get one of these. Bridget may get one of these. So, friends, for only a suggested donation of $100, that's all we're asking. A suggested donation of $100. These are valued at $320. I still have 14 or 15 of these. I forget 14, I believe. No,
14.
15. I've been saying 14. We have 15 because we've only had 5 of them actually that have been donated. We have 15 of these remaining, and all you have to do is go to our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com, and there's a link there that says Diamonds of Hope, and you can find that. Or you can just come here to First Baptist Monday through Thursday from 9 to 3. You can bring by a $100 bill. You can make out a check to Care Center Huntsville. And we'll make sure that you get this. It's a suggested donation of $100 is all it is. That money, all of it, will go to Care Center Huntsville. So thank you to Elliot Herzlich.
You know, gentlemen, Christmas is not that far away.
No, and you could wrap that. You could wrap that up.
This is easy to keep somewhere safe where the significant other wouldn't see it or know about it. Just saying, guys, that could get you some pretty good brownie points.
If you need, if you need to get out of the doghouse, I've been talking. Steph Valley knows. She runs the kennel over. Maybe you've been locked up in the kennel.
Maybe. I mean, here's your chance. You can make a donation and get out of the doghouse, or you can continue residing over at Magnolia Kennels with Steph.
Yeah, Steph. Here's what we're going to do, Steph, if you don't mind. If anyone is in the doghouse, let's physically put them in a kennel, okay? So you let me know. We'll start making some phone calls, reserve maybe 4 or 5 kennel spaces over there, and we'll just put them in a kennel.
We could do that.
And the only way they can get out is get one of these for their significant other.
I like that idea.
Big shout out, though, Elliot Herzlich, Elliot's Jewelers. Appreciate you.
Elliot's such a nice guy.
Great man. And, of course, he's
reworking my wife's wedding band right now.
Good deal. Yeah. Good, man. I love that. He's he will take good care of you. Visit them online, elliotsjewelers.com. And, of course, on this Tactical Tuesday, we could not be here without our friends from Guardian Defense, Jason Thompson, Deneen, and the Thompson family. Hey, Deneen, I just wanted to give a public shout-out. Hope you're doing better. Deneen had an accident on the back of her heel, Jason, and,
she kind of put it in about 7 pieces, the heel, the whole heel bone.
But surgery went well?
Surgery went well. She has a good doctor. I know him. He's taking good care of me, so she'll get through it.
Awesome. Well, Deneen, we love you, and we're praying for you for a very fast and quick recovery. I know you guys have been doing so much work over there at the place, getting things ready and just building up more things for Guardian Defense. And, thank goodness it was – I hate that happened, but thank goodness it wasn't anything else because that could have been pretty bad.
Yeah, it could have been way worse. We're fortunate with that.
So, Deneen, get better soon. We miss you. Miss you being over here, too. And I missed you guys. I know y'all been busy taking care of each other. Missed y'all Sunday. We're wrapping up the Beatitudes, I believe, this next week.
Yeah, I was heartbroken because, back at the gun show stuff on some weekends, and I was like, man, the only good part about going where we went this past weekend is they do have a short service. They have
tell us about so there's a guy that does an actual Sunday service at the gun show.
He actually comes
Talk
in.
about this guy.
His name's Wes. He and his dad is a minister as well. But he comes in and he plays the guitar, he sings. We do a little he hands out, a little sheet of paper. We have one song that we all sing together, and then, he preaches the word. Straight out of the Bible. It's really cool. And anyway, he does it. It starts about 9:30 and it ends it's supposed to end at 10 o'clock when the doors open, but it's usually about 5 after 10. So there's a mad rush. All your customers coming in, but they can wait till I get back to the table.
Is it just a message, or does he also is there also a little worship service or anything?
It's like a worship service.
Someone brings a guitar and all that?
He does.
Oh, really?
He plays the guitar. Sometimes he plays the guitar and plays the harmonica and sings.
Does he have that belt attached with it with all them poles, and he's got the harmonica here?
No, but he's got the little thing that goes around the neck, when he plays the harmonica. He's really a talented gentleman.
Do you have a musical instrument, any musical ability, Jason?
I used to.
What did you play?
Man, I was in the band when I was in junior high.
What'd you play, man?
I started out playing the trombone, and
No
then
way.
I taught myself how to play the tuba over the summer.
All right, we're next week here on Tactical
Jason
Tuesday.
is not.
We're gonna have tuba
No,
Jason in here.
sir. No, sir.
Speaking of Tuba Jason, see, I got a new nickname. I'm not using those other two that we came up. And I remember what they are.
You can leave the tuba thing alone.
Tuba Jason with us this morning here from Guardian Defense.
Yeah.
Speaking of Jason,
Something's up. He's been hiding stuff all morning.
speaking
Don't
of,
look at my screen. Don't look at my screen.
I told Jason don't look because we have an intern that's behind the wall over there that does amazing. Michelle, I need to knock down that wall. We need like a Ronald Reagan in here to come in
No,
here.
you just need
Tear down this wall.
You just need an intercom.
We need to tear down the wall. Modern radio studios, they have your producer in the studio.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, we're kind of building.
Are you trying to be
building
like
something.
Howard Stern show? Or
No, I would never be like
she's
that
not
guy.
going to be your Robin?
No, I'd never be like that guy.
I'm not saying like him, like the stuff he talks about, but where you have the
Yes,
the
we
person
should.
you go
She should.
to.
I get what you're saying. She should be the Robin of the show.
She should be the Robin.
Except I'm
where-
already the real Robin, so it's going to be weird,
It would be.
Hey, well, check this out. We got a little something here
All
for
right,
you
what,
this
what
morning.
are you pulling this morning?
This costs a lot of money. I had to pay my intern triple charge.
Triple
this morning
charge to do this? I'm
Uh,
sure. Y'all's in there whispering.
Look at that, man. Look at
Awesome.
that. Happy birthday, Jason Thompson.
Appreciate that.
I'm going to sing to you. You ready for this?
No.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jason Thompson, also known as Tuba Jason, also Perla and Totina. The only other time I'm going to say it.
You keep saying that.
Happy birthdays. Used to be the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Jason Thompson, happy birthday to you.
Thank you, brother.
There you go, man. Happy birthday.
Appreciate that.
Viewership just dropped out really bad, man.
Yeah.
Viewership. Sorry about that, folks. I didn't mean to make your ears burn this morning or bleed or whatever. I got a message from my former analyst up there, the Hall of Famer, played with the Buffalo Bills, Phil Hansen, up at NDSU. He was my analyst for that season. I was up there calling Bison football, and he said something about, he goes, we ran one of your highlights today, and it was when NDSU played North Dakota. So it was North Dakota State versus North Dakota.
Okay.
And I guess he was giving me a hard time because I used to always say there was a guy that I picked this up from, didn't even realize it till years later, but one broadcast one time, for some reason, we scored a touchdown, and I just yelled out like, "Oh, Mama, what a play!" And so he texted me, and he goes, "Oh, Mama, we just listened to one of your highlights on this." And you know where that
That's
came
great.
from? There was a guy that was with the San Antonio Spurs, worked for Fox Sports Southwest, and tremendous man who is diagnosed with an illness that it's going to be a tough one. But our God is big enough, and he can cure all things, and I believe that. And I believe that here's something I want to say, and here's some inspiration this morning. Whether you're a believer or not, I'm going to tell you about this, that we pray for healing as a believer. And we do see healings, and we see miraculous healings a lot of times.
Yes.
I've seen it happen. We have a gentleman at this church that was able, through the grace of God and through healing, to be healed of stage 4 pancreatic cancer. That's one you don't get over. And he knows 9 other guys who have had it, 9 other folks that have had it that are no longer with us. And God kept him here for a purpose. And, here's the deal, though, and I'm saying this because if you, maybe this morning you've been praying for healing or you've prayed for healing in the past, and maybe it's thwarted your faith because you said, I prayed for it and it didn't happen. I want to encourage people this morning that this made such complete sense to me finally, the way that Brother Jason explained this. It's funny, man. I've been a believer for a long time, but in this last year, I feel like my faith I've really understood a few things because of Jason Bay and what God's done through that man. And he said, man, we pray for healing and we believe for it because the Bible says that he can, he will. But here's the deal. He said, if it doesn't happen on this earth, the ultimate healing comes up there in heaven for those that believe. And I said, man, I've never had it explained that way. And it changed, Jason, the whole way that when I pray for people, there's people that will pray over, and there's people that are sick and maybe terminally sick. When I was at Lakewood, we were on the prayer team, and I thought about a few of those kind of things, and and I started thinking about, man, if I would have just had that phrase back then when I was on the prayer team, and I've kind of worded it differently, but Jason made it so clear about that. And so now when, you know, whenever you pray for somebody that's sick, I pray and I believe in healing and I ask the Lord to heal people, you know, and I think we should all pray for that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not a weird thing. But I tell people too, I said, look, if you're going through this season or something's happening, just know that the ultimate healing, as long as you have accepted the Lord, that ultimate healing comes when we get up there.
It does.
And it's like this weight, you know, just off my shoulders, man. And Jason explained this too. And, you know, I always wondered why we have to deal with death and sorrow. Why do we have to deal with sickness and illness? And Jason explained this to me. Again, I've heard a lot of great preachers over the years, but never have explained it this way, that all of this sickness and pain and suffering that we endure on this earth, that's because sin entered the earth. When sin entered the world, all of that came. God's original plan was never for people to be sick, for people to be hurting, for people to be worried, for people to have anxiety, to be depressed. None of that was on the table until sin entered. And when sin entered the world, all that came about.
Correct.
And I never, you know, I've heard people maybe say it, but just the way that Jason explained it here at first, I was like, well, man, that makes sense. Never thought of it that way. And so now it's a lot easier when you understand those things. It's a lot easier to understand. Perfect example, you know, with my dad passing away in June. Why did that happen? And I'll be completely transparent. I don't know if I've mentioned it on this show before, but in my heart, I knew where my dad was. But in my mind, man, the enemy attacks your mind. Everything starts with your brain. You know that? It all filters in through these little things right here, these little white circles. And then whatever the rest of the color is on the inside, it either filters through there or it filters through these two things between your brain. And my dad always said, keep these two things open more than this thing right here. He's talking about keep your ears open more than your mouth.
Well, that's why we have two of those and one of these.
That's right, man. And I started questioning things in my head, and that was the enemy attacking. And I'll be honest, I was like, what if all this is just, what if that's it when we die? And I knew in my heart that wasn't true, but that's what my brain was telling. And I had to get off that train quick, and immediately I prayed. I said, Lord, please just bring me somebody or something or show me something, and don't allow these thoughts into my head. And I think I told you this came in. I'm going to have him on the show. It came in the form, and he didn't even know anything that was going on. It came in the form of Odell Rochelle, the Cajun barber, when I was getting my hair cut.
Yeah.
And he told me.
You've been telling me for a couple months you're going to get him on here to share that.
This marvelous story, just miraculous story that Odell shared with me. And I didn't tell him anything about what was going on or what I'd prayed for. And he goes, Rob, don't ever doubt that heaven is real. And he just went into this whole story. And after he got done, I said, you know, Odell, I prayed for God to reveal. So I said, you were the answer to that prayer. And again, the peace came. And so maybe this morning, I'm going to tell you, friends, if you're a believer or not, the inspiration this morning is I just encourage you, get on your knees and pray. And I'm serious, physically get on your knees and pray. There's not being weird about this, but I feel that there's just an act of obedience when you do that. And there's something that, I always pray with Braylon when we go to sleep at night. Little Toot's 2 years old, and she'll pray. She's almost 3, and now she'll lead the prayer sometimes. And the other night, normally I'm just laying next to her. She's cuddled up in my arm. We just got through reading a book. We'll pray, and then I put her down in her bed, and she goes to sleep. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I just felt like I wanted to be on my knees and pray. And so while she sat there in her little bed, I was on my knees, and I prayed over. I just kind of put my knees on, laid on the bed. And she looked, she says, Daddy, what are you doing? And she saw that. And I said, well, baby, I'm praying to Jesus. And she goes, well, why are you on your knees praying? It was kind of.
Right.
And I said.
Just being inquisitive.
Yeah. And I just said, well, I'm always serious, baby, about the prayers, but this one I need to be really focused on. And so then she kind of wanted to get beside me and pray. It's the coolest thing. So
that is neat.
Just want to encourage all of you this morning, man, no matter where you're at, no matter if you're a believer, no matter if you've been, in faith for many, many years, just pray and know that God's going to show up. Maybe if you don't believe, I encourage you to pray anyway. Say, Lord, I don't know who you are. I don't even know if I'm a Christian, but will you show up? Will you reveal yourself to me? And I believe that those seeds, you'll start to see things happen in your life. And I do have to say this full disclaimer. The only way to heaven is through Jesus Christ. I don't want to mislead people and say if you go to church, that's a good thing. People can go to church all their life, but they may not go to heaven because they don't know the Lord. You can't get there by good works or good acts or good deeds. It's only through him. So that felt like a little preaching this morning, Jason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Preaching to myself today.
No, maybe we should sign you up to come to the gun show this weekend and do a little
No,
preaching.
man, I can't do that, brother. No way, man.
Come on, brother.
No, I'll go listen to that guy. So
Well, that's the thing. He doesn't come to Conroe. So, think about it.
Got to be here, man. One day, though. I'll take a break. I'll come over and hang out with y'all.
Yeah.
So, well, hey, we
you'd
got.
be here in time for church, man. They do it from 9:30 to 10.
I
Church
have to race. Where do y'all have them at?
It's at the Lone Star Convention Center.
Was that Conroe?
Yeah.
A 30-minute drive. I can just put the pedal to the metal. You know, when you got a speed limit on 45 that says 70, everybody goes 95 anyways.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, we were driving back. We went and ate this weekend. We, Bridget and I, we always like to go find somewhere to eat after. And we go down to Whistle Stop Cafe in Conroe once in a while. It's right off 45. And, man, I was cruising back. And I'll be honest. I mean, speed limit's 70 and everybody else is going 75. I'm going 75, just with the flow of traffic in that left lane. Well, man, out of nowhere, I hear this, and it's that sound of the tires hitting the warning track on the side of the highway. This dude comes flying by us on the left side in the shoulder.
On the shoulder, just getting it.
And just flies by all of us and just, gives the one-finger victory salute to everybody.
The California howdy.
Yeah, the California howdy to everybody on the right side. And I was like, and when you hit that lane, people don't drive in it. So there's all that junk and rocks and trash.
Throwing sand.
Throwing everything everywhere. And it made me jump when I heard that. I was like, man, what was that? Mm-hmm. So,
or one of those loud motorcycles when they blow your doors off.
Yeah, so just be mindful. Hey, let us know you're out there today. A lot of people joining in. And Autumn, I'll get to your question here in a moment. We got a very special guest lined up today, and we'll have her on here in just a few moments, our friends from the Williams Ranch. We're going to be talking about a wonderful fall festival that my wife and I had a chance to attend last year. Didn't even know about it. Just got on the internet and saw an event, and we said, man, this is great. And it is their third year, I believe, doing this. A lot of fun here in our community, and I believe one of the only venues that has something this unique. We absolutely loved it last year. We're going to talk about that here in just a few moments when we come back. Do want to remind you, keyword this week, what is it, Jason?
Cool.
You like that ice right there, man?
I like that ice.
It was cool this morning. I had all 4 windows down in the truck.
It was nice this morning.
Felt beautiful. So
at 4:30, it was nice.
You're looking at me. 4:30 ain't for me, man. It's
Why not?
5:15. 5:15.
It's only 45 minutes. Come on.
5:15 for me was good this morning. Keyword's cool, by the way.
Drinking coffee at 5:15.
Text in cool on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line.
It's getting cooler out.
It is. Text it in. Cool along with your name. We'll give away a little bit more money. Kyle won yesterday. We need more people to text in, friends. We're giving away money. And all you got to do is text in cool along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. As always, our Tactical Tuesdays, brought to you by our friends at Guardian Defense for all things personal safety. Visit them online. Classes, you got one coming up, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Classes are going at Guardian Defense. Go online at guardiandefensellc.com. We will step aside, take a break, and we will be back in just a few moments. Stay with us. More to come as we celebrate all things good here in our community. This is your show on this Tactical Tuesday. It is Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be back in a moment, friends.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
All right, friends, back at it now as we continue on. Time now 7:58 in the morning. We want to remind you, text in that keyword cool along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. Chance to win a little money today. We'll do that at the end of the show. We are here with Jason Thompson of Guardian Defense. We talked about that cool weather. How about 61 degrees as you're getting up this morning? Only in the mid-80s today, so we had that little cool spell.
Yesterday's weather was beautiful.
Man, look at this, mid-80s. How about tonight? 57, 86 tomorrow, Wednesday. And then, man, this weekend, fall festival weather. It's going to be nice, no rain in the forecast, and we are very thankful for that.
Yeah, don't forget, it's been a while since it rained. They put a burn ban in effect.
That is in effect, yep, so keep an eye on that. And I do want to mention before we flip back to the live camera, our prayers are with all of those folks in Florida this morning. Not only is Milton heading that way, expected to make landfall on Wednesday as a major Category 4 hurricane.
Or 5.
Winds right now, they think that it's going to die down a little bit before it hits, but even at 150-mile-an-hour winds is what it's projected when it hits. Going to be devastating for that area. And then not only that, now there's another tropical disturbance on the other side of Florida that is forming.
Oh, good Lord.
With a 30% chance of formation over the next 4 to 5 days. And so, man, I've got friends in Florida, a buddy of mine, broadcaster, that's over there with Florida State University, and they have just been inundated. Another friend who is a voiceover artist lost his mobile recording studio. And so, yeah, and those things are minuscule. Friends, people have lost their lives throughout that whole region, and especially in the Carolinas. And so please keep those folks in your prayers. And if there's anything locally that you see of folks that are offering to help out, please try to be involved with that. Well, friends, we are excited to be here this morning, and who's been patiently waiting for us. And I don't even have my first-time visitor horn, Jason. So
where's your first-time visitor horn,
we'll bring it
Rob?
back. Cheri Wasserman joining us this morning. Good to Cheri Wasserman joining. I told you, right? I told you I was going to mess that up.
You said you were going to mess it up.
That's all right.
Cheri Wasserman joining us from the Williams Ranch. We'll talk a little bit about the Fall Festival coming up, man, this weekend, right? Is it around the corner?
Yep. Saturday and Sunday.
Third annual.
Yes, sir.
So we'll get to that in just a few moments. Many of you who follow us here on Hello Huntsville, seen the article, more information there, but we'll talk to Cheri here in just, did I say that right, Cheri?
Cheri,
yes, you said it right.
Fun
Come
of
on,
live
let's
shows.
get the ADD going.
Sure, we'll talk with Cheri about that in a moment. Let us know a little bit about you. I know from Katie originally, but you've got connections obviously here in Huntsville, been here for a while, and your business partner. Y'all have just done some incredible things. Let us know a little bit about your story if you don't mind.
Sure. So as I was telling you earlier, Ronnie and I started Gibbs Street Manor Bed and Breakfast wedding venue in New Waverly about 10 years ago. He's had the ranch since the 80s. He came to Huntsville in the 60s from Texas City, was on the rodeo team for Sam Houston State University, rodeoed with Sunny Sights. They won the intercollegiate rodeo, the only boy and girl team still today to have won it. They were also inducted to the Rodeo Hall of Fame for that as well, the entire group. So it's a pretty big accomplishment. But Ronnie's been around Huntsville for a long time, had multiple businesses. And so the ranch was basically a personal place, his getaway from everything, work and those type of things. And one day I was like, we're getting a lot of traffic on the bed and breakfast. I really think we should add the Airbnb to the ranch because we had one long-term rental there. And he's like, Cheri, are you sure people are going to come to Huntsville? Like, what? This is just a private ranch.
Now, did he say Huntsville or did he say Huntsville? Or was it Huntsville?
Yeah, Huntsville.
Huntsville.
And I said, I'm serious. I said, I think this would be a great Airbnb. A lot of people from the city would love to come to the country and get to experience the fishing, the swimming, being in the piney woods. We have the weeping moss trees, which are just really beautiful on the property. So he said, okay, well, we'll try it. We opened in 2017 was our first Airbnb there on the property, and we've been booked ever since.
Wow.
So it was never really a business plan. It was just an idea. Never really were getting into the exotic animals or the petting zoo type stuff until about 2 years into it. It's actually kind of a funny story. Ronnie's son, Rowdy, he worked for Huntsville Exotics. And so he dealt with a lot of exotic animals and things like that. And he kept coming to the ranch and telling his dad, there's this friendly camel. and his dad is like, a friendly camel? He's like, yes. He's like, he comes up to me and he just puts his lips all on my shoulder and funny stuff. And so I was like, well, maybe that will be our first exotic. And so Ronnie's really good friends with Tommy Oates, contacted him. And we were actually in St. Louis, and so we went on a live auction, and he told Tommy, hey, this is what we would give for him. Can you, put in, and so.
Was this in person or you're live in person or online?
So it was an online auction.
With a camel?
Yeah, they had a bunch of different
That's
stuff. They
cool.
do online, and then they have, in-house stuff too. So So Tommy calls Ronnie and says, well, you're a proud owner of a camel. So that's how the exotic started at the ranch, which is kind of funny. So Clyde was our first, and that's kind of why he's our endorsed animal as far as starting the ranch. And then it really went from there. I mean, at this point, we've got over 60 different types of animals, from Cody Mundis to lemurs to African crested porcupine, the camel. We've got coon pigs, African tortoises, buffalo. Of course, we have 13 bird exotic species at this point. So all the way from the ostriches to smaller birds, which is, pretty unique to have that many bird species. So they're just kind of all over the ranch. We do something a little different than most other places do. We do what's called interactive animal feeding.
Mhm.
So our guests, when they stay with us, they get to actually interact, go in the pens, feed with our animal handler, and actually get to see all the animals one-on-one and how we handle them and take care of them. So it's on a zoo aspect, but it's very personal.
Okay.
So it's a little different than most other places. And I think that's where the ranch kind of sets us aside from other places, or where people have the high fencing and you
Or
drive
like the
through
little
it.
drive-through safaris.
Ours is more on a handle. Now they're in pens, but you get to go in. Now certain stuff we don't allow, go in depending on if it's big animals.
Don't let Jason in with the tortoises, So yeah, we won't let you in with the tortoises, Jason.
And
all
the
right?
tortoises?
Yeah, they're really for Jason. They're really fast.
Yeah, they're fast.
I'm just kidding, man.
Come on now.
So it's just a lot of family fun. We've been very blessed. We have so many families that have, our repeat business is probably about 40% within the last 7 years. And we just have a lot of families that are from all over the United States that come and return to the ranch because they get that personal aspect from Ronnie and I on top of with the animals. Which we're, like I said, we get to see all these kids grow, be a part of their birthday parties. We do a lot of events at the ranch. We do weddings now, which we started about 9 months ago.
Oh, great. See, my wife and I finally tied the knot last December. We should have waited.
You should have waited, brother.
That's great, though.
Yeah, and we're adding another add-on venue. It's going to be about a 2,500 square foot add-on to the ranch. We probably won't have it done until 1st of January, but we're working on that too, to add more things like live music with dinners and things for the community, not just the exotics, but we're basically bringing a one-stop shop to the ranch, whether it's for fishing, swimming, picnicking, walking trails. Horseback riding is a big deal that we do also. We get a lot of people that we do lessons. Ronnie does lessons. So you're getting a one-on-one with somebody that has so much horsemanship experience, which is a very big plus for people that come that want to learn the lifestyle of the rodeo, whether it's, barrel racing, roping, those type of stuff. And our quality of horses are just amazing because Ronnie's trained all of them.
Well, we want to encourage folks again. Cheri Wasserman joining us this morning from the Williams Ranch.
Got it right this time.
Go to their Facebook page, facebook.com/The Williams Ranch Property. We put the link up there for those of you that are on social media across LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you're at this morning watching us. That link is there. Cheri, tell us a little bit more about the Fall Festival, because this is a great event coming up here this weekend, 2-day event, 3rd annual one that you guys are having. What can folks expect? And then I'll go into a personal testimony after you explain it about how much we enjoyed it last year.
Sure. So we basically have put together, you've got the petting zoo. Now, again, we are a little bit different. A lot of fall festivals have small petting zoos, but we have the exotics and the more interactive setup. Now, this year we're doing it a little different. We'll have 2 stations that are the bigger stations for the animals. So we're moving some into a larger pen to where people can actually go in and interact with like the sheep, the donkey, mini horses, things like that are gentle and easy to handle. And then we'll have our small area for like the lemur, the coatimundi, the African crested porcupine. We have a bottle-fed calf that kids will actually get to bottle feed. So there's going to be a lot of animal interaction. We've got bounce houses, we've got food trucks, we've got vendors, we've got the playground area, lots of places to take photos, lots of pumpkin patch setups, those type of things. We'll be doing a hayride. We also have our tractor train for kids. So if you want to go into the petting zoo area and then come out and do the tractor train for the smaller kids, that will be available as well. We also are offering horse experiences, which would be like for smaller kids under the age of 12 if you just want to kind of get led around on a lead rope in the arena area. But one of the fun things that we didn't do the first weekend last year because we did 2 weekends on our 2nd annual, but we saw that the community more wanted to do more of the horseback riding for like adults, teenagers, not just small kids, for like, pony experience type things. So we are offering a half, horse riding trails for all families.
Cool.
Max 4 people at a time. So if you're wanting to do more of like a half trail ride, we're going to be offering that also at the Fall Festival, which is a really neat add-on experience for people.
One cool thing, too, that you mentioned, Cheri, whenever we did our phone interview a few days ago was also folks can bring their own bait and tackle and just come on out and go fishing, right?
Which is a lot of other places you can't do either. It is catch and release. The big lake is a 7-acre lake. When it's at its fullest, obviously we've been a little bit of a drought right now, so it's a little low, but it's still really, really pretty full for right now. But normally it's about 28 foot at the center. Bass fishing is amazing. On our Facebook page, we had a family that came in and they did a reel, and he gave me the reel. It actually went viral. It's at about 2 million views right now on our Facebook page for our bass fishing.
Awesome.
So we get a lot of people that come to do bass fishing. I mean, we're talking about big bass in our lake, 10-pounders, things like that.
Fun.
So if you are wanting to fish, make sure you either bring like worms, minnows, which Smiley's gas station, which is 2 miles before the ranch, does sell that. And then for the bass, the frog lures are the best.
Yeah, it was real quick. I wanted to show again Cheri Wasserman joining us this morning from our friends at the Williams Ranch here in Huntsville.
This is one of the cutest videos.
Yeah, let me see if I can share this real quick because I want folks to be able to share this. So give me 1 second. This is the joy of live shows here.
His excitement in his catching this fish is just amazing.
So here's a young man.
It makes me giggle all the time.
That is cool.
Yeah, check this out, friends. We'll put this up full screen now. So here's a young man going fishing out here at the ranch. When was this? This
was
video?
about 2 months ago. And they live in Cleveland.
Look at this
family.
little guy.
I know. Look at him. He's getting it, buddy.
That was Jason 44 years ago.
Yeah, 44 years ago. That was me.
Well, this is just so wonderful. I mean, y'all's property out there is so beautiful. Cheri, what are some of the things that you really enjoy the most when you drive out there? It's just a serene feeling. It's when we came back to Huntsville and we saw you guys, I was like, I didn't even know this existed here. So kind of what are your thoughts on just whenever you're out on the property, what comes to mind?
It's just so peaceful. Like I said, having both lakes, when you're entering into the property and having both lakes on both sides entering in, and just the tree line with all the moss trees, it's just the aspect of what you really think Huntsville is. Like, people don't realize, you think everybody's like hill country, but you get into Huntsville and it is really hilly, but the trees are just so beautiful here. And I think that's what really brings the aspect of the beauty to the ranch. And then you add in everything else with the activities. It's just, when nobody's there and it's just quiet, it's just the stress levels and things just make you just, if there's anywhere you want to be, you'd want to be sitting right there on the dock, just looking at it. The sunsets are absolutely amazing. I have a whole sunset file on Facebook, and people send me photos of our sunsets because it's just, it's so serene.
Well, I wanted to share a couple of things. Now I'm being a little biased, but here's my little girl last year. So
I know.
Anything. Now Paul Oley's not going to agree with me on this, but look, you don't have to be a photography extraordinaire to take beautiful pictures out there.
That's one of my favorites.
This was the tractor that y'all had out there. And this was the tractor that actually is driven with the hayride.
Right, yep.
And the gentleman that did that stepped off, and he said, hey, do you want to put her up here and take a picture? I said, absolutely. I snapped that on my phone real quick.
Yeah, that's a cute one.
And I've got that picture as my wallpaper on one of them.
So cute.
Just more pictures here of the little one. It's okay to flip through these.
Absolutely.
These are on y'all's Facebook page. So this is just from the event last year.
That's Freckles.
Braylon loved Freckles, by the way. At first, she was real scared, and then she's like, I want to go sit on him, Daddy. And so we sat on Freckles.
Yep.
She had fun on Freckles. She rode the horse last year. And so this year, can I ride a horse?
Yes.
Even me at 242 pounds, I could ride a horse.
We have 2 horses that our weight limit would be about 265. So
perfect. So no hamburgers this week, Rob. So lay off the burgers.
No McDonald's this week, brother.
It's just y'all have such a beautiful property out here, and there's so much room. A lot of times you go to these events and they're so crowded. And I'll be honest, you go to some, I'm not mentioning anything local here because I haven't really experienced it, but in other places, we went to a fall festival when we were up north. It was so crowded. It was still fun, but I told Brett, like, this is kind of miserable because I'm like having to wiggle through people. Out here, y'all have so much property that you don't feel that way.
Yeah, we really try to space it out, structure it the right way for people to have their own space. There's a lot of picnic areas. We'll have a ton of table and areas for people to sit. So you'll be able to spread out. You're not going to be right on top of everybody, which will be really nice.
Yeah, just flipping through some more pictures here. You can see the little ones having fun. I mean, there's something for all ages. And one of our favorite things to do, you mentioned earlier, feeding the animals. You know, when you go in, there's a little area there, and the young lady y'all had there last year was so friendly, and she said, hey, the food, and it wasn't much at all. And I think tickets are what, 15 for adults, 7 for children? And then the add-ons, you can purchase add-ons, which aren't that expensive either, like the horse rides and those things. We didn't pay hardly anything to do that.
Yeah, I think the horse experience is 15 for kids, and then if you're wanting to do the half trail ride, it's 30 per person. So
look at this little girl. Look, you can see her. Look,
she's throwing it in there.
The food is
duckies.
flying. Now, Braylon last year, she decided she found some little fence area that she tried to sneak around. And I was like, no, don't go around there. So y'all do a really good job blocking everything, but my little one's she's
sneaky.
Very inquisitive.
That's funny.
That is sneaky. Yeah, and she started walking around. I was like, no, come back. Y'all had the pig pen. That was one of my favorites, too. The pigs were just all slopping around in the mud everywhere.
We've got they have a big mud hole.
I wanted to join them.
They love their little mud hole, yep.
Just more photos. We're just flipping through some of these. The children have so much fun, and adults, you're going to have so much fun as well. The hayride, was obviously one of my favorite things too. The gentleman y'all had doing the tractor, just a very, very nice guy. Let me get back to some of these. I just kind of want to flip through some of these as we're talking here. What are some other things that are out there? You're going to have food vendors. Can you talk a bit about the food?
We have a lot of food vendors. Frank's Taco from Riverside, they'll be there, which they have amazing food. We also have it's called Snow Biz, and they'll have they're going to do snow cones. They're going to have gourmet hot dogs, Frito pie, and I think one more other option, and I can't remember it right now. And then we'll have another Miller's Farms. We'll have like farm to table stuff, which gives you another little aspect. And then we've got Wild Horse Pony Express from New Waverly. She's bringing out her little horse trailer bar that's going to have fall festival lemonades, which will be a really nice add-on for drinks and whatnot. So you'll have a lot of food options. And all the menu stuff and all the food items are posted on the Facebook page as well.
Got Buffalo out there too, huh?
Yeah, that's Buffalo Bill.
Wow. And I saw Clyde a while ago. Now, see, I knew the difference between a bison. They say Z up there in Fargo, by the way. It's bison, by the way, but they pronounce it bison. That's a buffalo. I'm learning. If you see one, man, then bison are pretty – I got to get rid of that Z. That's how they pronounce it up there. You have to say bison.
Right.
The bison, they got a little tough look to them. But I just love being out here. When we were there last year, look, there you go. That's the one that was racing you, Jason.
That's going to be Bulldog.
Oh, wow.
Bulldog is the feisty one. Shelly's more calm.
And y'all have the little baby lambs out there feeding them with the bottles. Is this right? Mm-hmm. I remember that last year. Yeah, look at this. This is so great.
Sounds like I missed out on this.
You should have went, man. It's a lot of fun. Again, friends, get out there and be a part of this fall festival at the Williams Ranch. There's Frank's Tacos. Y'all had a young lady last year, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't there a young lady singing last year that was like on The Voice or one of those shows? Was that?
We did live music our first year.
Okay, but not last year.
Not last year.
Okay, I was trying to think of. I thought it was, but it was the first year that y'all did that. Yeah, but just so much fun. Regardless, I mean, even if there was live music, you'd really want to be out with the animals, feeding them and doing all this kind of stuff. There's so much. There's little too. Look at her.
She wasn't afraid of nothing.
No, and she would put her hand out there, and they would just eat right out of her hand. She's like, "Daddy, they licked me."
That's so cute.
Yeah, there we are. Yeah, and our little boy, he's walking now, so he's getting to the point to where, like, I don't want to say this rudely, but like the first 12 months, it's just and kind of diapers and this and that.
No personality.
Yeah, they're kind of still, and they're still sweet, but now he's like walking around and he's talking and saying things, and I'm like, all right, this is the cool age right here, and I want to freeze time for my children right now. Just hold on to that for 20 years. But
you don't get to do that.
Don't get to do it, yeah. Well, one way that you can temporarily freeze time is come out this weekend to the Williams Ranch, create memories that will literally last generations. You know, something that you can have with your family.
Man, because I'm not going to be able to go.
You're at the shows, man.
Yeah,
so
I got to go to Conroe.
Well, Cheri, any other information that you'd like to give folks?
There was one thing that
talk about the sandbox.
I did. So
yeah.
we have a family, the Cross family, that came to our fall festival last year. Their little 3-year-old boy, Colby Ray, just has such a love for animals, and they contacted us. They lost Colby Ray a couple months ago, and wanted to donate a sandbox in memory of Colby. And so they've been building on it, and it should be completed Thursday. So they wanted to donate it for all the families that come to the ranch in memory of Colby and his love for our ranch and the animals, so that everybody can enjoy it in his memory, which
that's wonderful.
Is just
that is
so
cool to hear.
So amazing, and we are very blessed that we were able to do that for that family.
Yeah, just a wonderful way to honor little Colby Ray, and again, it just. Friends, this is real. This is our community. It's people giving back. And I always say on this show, Cheri, this is a town that you can go and hug someone and tell them you love them, and people aren't going to look at you like, well, what did that person just do? You know. Now, I don't encourage you to walk up to some random stranger, but I'm telling you, that's how Huntsville is, and that's what I believe makes our community so unique, is that people want to help each other.
They do.
And you know, and in times of adversity and tragedy, this community always finds a way to come together. And that's what I love about Huntsville. And that's the same type of feeling you're going to get when you come out to the Williams Ranch. So come on out this weekend. Going to be a lot of fun. Get those tickets early. Talk maybe briefly before we go. Mention the importance of just getting those tickets now. Go ahead and get it out of the way.
They can go to the Facebook page and click the Eventbrite link if they need to. We are also taking credit card or cash on site. So whichever's easiest for anybody, you can do it either way. So
awesome. Well, come on out, be a part of this, and let's support some local families that are just working really hard in our community to bring awesome venues. You know, I'm from Georgetown, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, we didn't have anything cool like this when I grew up. And we've got it right here in our backyard in Huntsville, Texas.
In Huntsville.
Huntsville. You got to say it the right way, Jay.
Huntsville,
Texas. It depends on what day it is, Cheri.
Right.
Some days I say Huntsville, but then other days I'm like, you know what? It's kind of a Huntsville type day today. So, well, we appreciate you so much. Thanks for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having us here.
All right, friends, go get those tickets, and make sure you like their Facebook page. It's The Williams Ranch. Go to facebook.com/The Williams Ranch Property and get those tickets today. And when you do it and you see these folks out there, let them know you heard about them here on Hello Huntsville. We enjoy helping to promote local business and shine a spotlight on those who are doing great things in our community. Well, Jason and I will wrap it up when we come back. Do want to remind you, keyword continues on.
Cool.
It felt good out this morning, right, Cheri?
It felt really good.
It was 59 this morning.
Out at the ranch. 59 at the ranch, 61 here, and all the concrete in Huntsville. You know, we had 2 degrees warmer because the heat of the concrete this morning. But
well, that's why Houston stays so much warmer than the rest of
the concrete. We don't got to worry about it. At the Williams Ranch, it's cool. So text in keyword cool along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We'll give away a little bit of money today. And that keyword is cool, again, along with your name. 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. As always, our shows every Tuesday brought to you by Guardian Defense. For all things personal safety, go to GuardianDefenseLLC.com. We'll step aside. We'll take a break. Jason and I will continue the discussion when we come back. More to come. It's your show, as always, here on Good Morning Huntsville. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
So, what's inside the mysterious little box?
Whoa, what box? Oh, that box over there.
You went to Elliot.
Wait, don't open it yet. Oh, and yes, I went to see Elliot's Jewelers just a couple of days ago.
Inside the box, is it golden?
Well, I was a little concerned about the price of gold because it's high, but Elliot really helped me find something beautiful and monetarily agreeable.
Oh, well, hey, can I open it now? Please?
Whoa, just a little longer. You have to at least wait until Christmas Day.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Elliot's Jewelers. Fine jewelry and engravable gifts. Schedule your appointment at elliotsjewelers.com. That's ELLIOTTS Jewelers.com.
Make sure there's something extra special inside the mysterious little box you give this season.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Welcome back on Huntsville. Welcome back on Huntsville. I don't want Huntsville, Texas. Come on down now.
Look, man, you're not on the CB.
Come on down there. Say no. Come on down there, Huntsville, Texas. Come on. Hey, we had a donation come in this morning for Elliot's Jewelers for the Care Center Huntsville.
That was that question that you were supposed to answer.
May have been.
I'll bet.
It was. Autumn Wheaton, thank you. Thank you, Autumn Wheaton, for donating.
You told her you were going to answer that question, and you never did.
She figured she found it on the web. Thank you, Autumn, for that. By the way, you can come.
That's awesome.
You can come pick this up anytime, Monday through Thursday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. here at First. We've got that beautiful jewelry for you. Thank you so much, Autumn, for donating to Care Center Huntsville. We appreciate you. If you'd like to do like Autumn, go to our website at hellohuntsvilletx.com. Search for Diamonds of Hope. If you just search for Diamonds of Hope,
Diamonds of Hope.
Or Diamonds of Hope. If you search for that on the right side of the page, the article will come up. And thank you again so much, Autumn, for your support of Care Center Huntsville. We appreciate that very much. A lot of you joining us today. We will get to our winner here in just a few moments. A little cash coming somebody's way.
Cash.
You know what? We need to find a company that has Johnny in there and have them sponsor. We'll call it the Johnny Cash. That'd be a good porta potty company. Johnny Porta Potty.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be good, Jason? That ought to be the next business you start, Johnny Porta Potty.
No, sir.
Think how cool that would sound if you're on the phone.
I do not want to be in the Porta John business.
But it's got a good country twang to it. Yeah. Think about it. Well, thank y'all. Hey, y'all need some porta potties? Called Johnny Porta Potty. Mm-hmm. Boy, we got them here. We got 4 or 5 Johnny Porta Potties. Come on down here and get the rest of them. And if you got diabetes, you check your blood sugar and you check it off. And there ain't no reason you shouldn't.
Call Liberty Medical.
Then you go to CVS Pharmacy. I was asking Jason during the break, do you call Liberty Medical? And you said, no, I go to CVS.
Go to the pharmacy.
Hey, today we got a little something. On this date, in 1871, the Great Chicago Fire began. I remember reading about this in history. It destroyed 17,000 buildings and killed over 200 people.
Goodness.
And they call that the Great. I don't think that's very great.
I don't think it's great. I don't know why they
It should be called the Tragic Chicago, not the Great Chicago Fire.
What's great about that?
Nothing, man. It's terrible. 1896, Dow Jones starts reporting an average of industrial stocks. Just think, if you had been there and bought stocks back then, you'd be amazingly rich, but you'd also be over 150 years old.
Well, that would be kind of difficult.
Ozzie and Harriet were married in 1935. Are you serious? Well, I thought her name was Sharon because it's, making fun of. Mm-hmm. And that's definitely not true. On this day in 1957, Jerry Lee Lewis recorded the song Great Balls of Fire. 1957. 1957, the Brooklyn Dodgers announced that they were moving to
New York.
Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
L.A.?
Yeah, they went from, that's a pretty good guess. So, yeah, the team felt it needed a fresh start. It's real smoggy in L.A., by the way. I don't know if that's really fresh for them or not.
It probably wasn't as smoggy back then.
1960, I don't want to read these. Oh, this is cool. This one was fun. I remember this one. In 1997, the Martian probe Pathfinder yielded evidence that the planet may have supported life. I remember the Mars Pathfinder mission in 97. The planet may have supported life, maybe several Starbucks. What is it about space exploration and the word probe? Think about it. It's always a probe.
It's always a probe.
In space. On this date, 1999, Michael Jackson's wife, Debbie Rowe, filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences. The phrase, who could have seen that coming, was never spoken. And then 2003, Californians recalled their governor, Gray Davis, replaced him with the gubernator. You remember this?
Yeah.
When Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor. How cool was that?
That was cool.
That was kind of a cool deal. Pretty neat there for Arnold Schwarzenegger. Hey, today is American Touch Tag Day. You're it.
Touch Tag Day?
Yeah, you're it. Tag, you're it. Remember this? Come on.
I remember playing tag.
We'll go play tag after the show today. Hey, it's National Peanut Butter Day.
Is it?
National Peanut Butter.
Peanut butter.
It's also National Hero Day today. And by the way, we have a section on the website that I really want to start getting going. We did one, and then we had a few entries come in, and I want to get back to making sure that we do this each month, is our Hometown Heroes section.
Yes.
We want to highlight a hero every month in our community, and you can nominate that hero. You can go to HelloHuntsvilleTX.com for that. Bruno Mars, 39 years old today. I liked Bruno when he first came out, and then he kind of died out.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of thought Bruno was going to be the next huge star, and then I haven't heard from him much. Matt Damon, 54 today. Can you believe that? Matt Damon, 54. Boy, this one's really crazy. Sigourney Weaver. Guess how old she is today? This just don't make sense.
I don't have a clue.
Take a guess.
71.
75 years old today.
Really?
Yeah, man. And I know her famously from Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. But can you believe that? 75 years old today? What in the world, man? Chevy Chase, 81 today.
Chevy Chase.
Man.
I remember growing up watching National Lampoons.
Oh, that is unbelievable. Sissy Houston, gospel singer and mother of Whitney Houston, has died. She was 91 years old. It's tough. Of course, Whitney, passed away many years ago, too, and just very tough news this morning. Parking garage is owned by the city of Tampa. This is really important for us here in Huntsville. They are free until Thursday at 5 p.m., by the way. So if you're going to Tampa.
Well, they're free if you have an EV.
Are they really?
Yeah, that's what they opened them up for, because they said evidently it is really dangerous for the EVs to be flooded because water and lithium-ion batteries do not combine, work well together.
I would assume that they would change that too. All eyes on Hurricane Milton as it approaches Florida. Could hit the state coming up tomorrow, as when it's forecast.
That's
it's going to be tough, man.
It's going to be tough for those folks.
Day one of Amazon Prime Day. Do you ever get on Amazon?
Not really.
It's also known as Big Deal Days. You know what the big deal is? They raise the prices like 50% and then say they lower them 30%.
Yeah.
Make it seem like you're getting a good deal. Today and tomorrow, Target also after your dollars. Thousands of deals during Circle Week and Walmart deal. Wally World deals begin today. Happy early Christmas shopping, Jason.
Okay.
You know what Braylon said? Braylon is so cute. She knows that her birthday's coming up, and she'll tell you now. She goes, my birthday's coming up. She says it just like that. And I said, when's your birthday, baby? She goes, Momember. Instead of November, she'll say Momember. And I said, how old are you going to be? 3? And I asked her the other day, I said, thank you, G. I said, what do you want for your birthday? You know what she said?
What?
She goes, Daddy, I just want rocks and sticks. I said, thank you, sweetheart. So I've been getting rocks and sticks out of the driveway, out of the road. So
putting them in boxes.
Hiding them for you, yeah. That's about it today. We'll go to today's impossible question. 32% of people say they'd like to visit this faraway place. 32% of people want to go here. What is it?
Great Wall of China.
Great Wall of China. I'd like to go there.
I think that would be cool to see.
I'd like to go to the Wailing Wall, in Jerusalem. I would love to go there, man.
Yeah.
I think that'd be wonderful. We'll get back to that in a minute. Think about that, audience. 32% of people want to go here. Think about that. Did you know on average we have 725 phone contacts?
Really?
How many do you have, Jason?
Not 725.
More or less?
Way less.
Way less. I made the mistake of adding everybody I met as a
those
contact.
are like saved in there, right? Saved.
If Google ever died, if Google ever died, look how many I would lose, Jason. Read that.
Holy cow.
Just read it real quick. How many?
14.
No.
4,473.
If Google ever crashed, I'd lose 4,474 contacts.
I don't even know 4,000.
I don't even know how that happened. And I'll go and I know, if I go through here, I'm sure some of them like Albert. A lot of what these were. A lot of these were my customers when I had my IT company.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that on purpose because they'd call me, and I'd want to know when they'd call me back when they'd have a problem, so if I should answer it right away or not. Oh, I'm just kidding. A couple of other ones here. 53% of employees say their workplace does not have a dress code. Y'all have a dress code at Guardian Defense?
Yeah. Closed-toed shoes.
Well, it depends. If we ain't got no customers, jockeys. Jockeys and a cup of coffee. You must stop listening to a conversation or lose interest in a conversation within 3 minutes, by the way. Most stop listening to a conversation. Maybe that's why they tune out of the show.
That's why our viewership is down.
55% of moms always have tissues with them. I'll change it and say have wipies with them. Boy, wipies, even after my children get older and don't need them anymore, I'm always going to have wipies now. Those things are the best invention ever.
Okay.
When it comes, let's see, nearly 15% of employees say working for a younger boss makes them uncomfortable at work. 15% of people. Over the span of a year, on average, you'll go somewhere in a car. That doesn't make sense. The majority of adults remember their first car more than their first kiss.
Okay.
You remember your first car?
Yeah, I do.
Remember your first kiss?
No, not really.
We ain't gonna talk about those on this show. We got beautiful significant others now. We won't go back and talk about our first kiss.
Okay.
You know what? My first kiss, probably my mom. So there, I can say that. That's my mom.
Probably.
My mom's probably my first kiss. I got the best kiss now, though. Her name's Bridget, by the way. Mm-hmm. Sorry if my wife is watching me. I'm sorry. I'm madly in love with Bridget. You're gonna have to figure that out. FYI, Bridget's my wife, so don't y'all go start acting.
Look, man, quit talking about your ex.
Yeah. Yeah, right. My wife is Bridget. I love my wife. I just wanted to clear the air. So if somebody said, well, what's he talking about? Is kissing Bridget. That's my wife. Today's impossible question. 32% of people say they like to visit this faraway place. You said the Great Wall of China.
I don't know. It just popped in my head, yeah.
You know what the answer is?
No.
The moon.
The moon?
The moon is
I don't want to
today's-
go to the moon.
That is today's question. Let's head over to the Zero Degree Creations phone and text line. We got a winner today.
We got a winner? We're going to call.
You know, we called her one time. She didn't answer us.
Really?
Hello.
Yes, I was trying to reach Marlene.
Marlene?
Yeah, is this Marlene Molly?
It's no, it's just Molly. I don't have a Marlene on front of it.
Oh, I thought it was Marlene Molly. Molly, congratulations, you're our winner today. We've got a little cash for you.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Molly Jeanette, the winner today. She's the coffee lady here sometimes.
She
for
is.
us.
Yes, I am the coffee
That
lady.
was the first thing. She came in this morning, gave me a hug. Would you like a cup of coffee? I said, don't, ma'am, I brought some.
Oh, yeah. Molly, tell us. Hey, Molly, you know, the randomizer picked you, by the way, so we didn't favoritism you. Tell us yesterday, you went with us last night to the care center. Tell us about that event and how much you enjoyed it.
Oh, it was wonderful. I enjoyed it. I never had been before. I was so glad that Rob asked me to go. I enjoyed it so much. It was such a blessing to be there. It really was. Yes, and very enjoyable.
All right, Molly. Well, you got $10 coming your way today, all right? Maybe I'll just go get us some lunch. All right.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. God bless you, Molly. Have a great day.
God bless you too. Bye-bye.
Bye now.
There she is, Molly Jeanette, the winner today. So, yeah, she went. So I did want to mention this. We went to the Care Center Huntsville, their annual gala, their ball. It's more of a, how do you say it, like their fundraiser, I guess, their benefit. What do you call that? Banquet. Banquet's the word I was looking for. Because it wasn't a gala. It wasn't a ball. You didn't have to dress up all fancy. It was just their annual banquet. And, man, there was well over 500 people there, Jason.
Really?
Yeah,
Where was this at?
Over at the fairgrounds. Completely packed. And Jackie Barham and her staff, they just do such wonderful. Friends, if you don't support Care Center Huntsville, you need to support them in some way, whether it's financially, whether it's giving your time, or just praying for them. You know, you can support people by praying for them.
You'd be surprised how much that helps.
Yeah, and they are making such an incredible difference on women in our, and even men too. You know, you think about, they have a men's ministry over there to help new dads navigate having a baby. And obviously they're pro-life, but they don't go tell women, hey, do this or this, but they encourage women, you know, go through with the pregnancy. And they had the stats of the number of women that come in and the number of women that said, hey, we're going to go through with this, and they help them. And it's just incredible. Friends, I say this, that's a very tough subject, very tough topic to get involved in, especially as a guy. But I will say this, that there's a miracle. The miracle of life is so awesome.
It is.
And there's been so many statistics that talk about, you know, whenever the baby, when you say, you know what, I'm gonna keep the baby, I'm gonna support life and keep the baby. There's statistics that say when you don't, what happens, and those statistics are far bad for women when they decide, I'm going to keep this child. And friends, I know it's a very tough subject. I won't get into that. We don't get into politics on this show, but it is, it's a very major but to me, it's a moral issue too.
It's as much moral as it is political.
Throw political out the window. It's a moral issue for me. But I want to encourage you this morning. Support the Care Center. They are such compassionate, wonderful people in our community that are helping women and men through the challenges. Let's be honest. I have 2 children. I know even as a dad, I didn't have to have the baby, but I know the challenges of raising children now. And you know what? Some days it's not easy. But when you look at them little ones and you hold them and you come home and that little girl's running to you saying, Daddy, 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 man, I can't think of hardly any greater joy other than my relationship with the Lord and my relationship with my wife than my children. And it's just the greatest thing, man. So, hey, we love you, Huntsville. Jason, what do you got going on before we sign off this morning, brother?
Trying to get ready for class tomorrow.
What's going on tomorrow? What class?
NRA Basic Pistol. That's what's going on.
I just wanted to leave silence right here.
Why?
I just wanted to see whatever pops into your head, what you were going to say.
Okay. NRA basic pistol. We're going to have fun. Some folks that want to learn how to shoot pistols.
I'm just sitting here.
Just keep looking at me funny. That's fine.
Hi, how are you? I was told in the car business, don't ever go up to people and go, hi, how are you? Because that's what they do a lot of the car. Boy, you ever went to the car dealership and the sharks come out?
Oh yeah,
I always.
Or they're standing out front, all of them in their suits and smoking cigarettes.
I was one of the sharks, but I've never pressured anybody. I sold, my first month selling cars, I sold like 15 cars, got paid $800. I quit.
Mm-hmm.
I said, this is one of the other guys goes, man, you're gonna make a killing, man. I sold all these, got paid $800 because they deducted this, deducted that. I said, you can't. This is ridiculous. I'm working 6 days a week. You're paying me $800. See ya.
Yeah, peace.
It just wasn't.
I'm out.
And it's a game, man. I'm not hating on the.
No, it's a game.
We got good dealerships here. I love Bill Fick and Wiesner. They do great work. We've did service with both of those folks, and they're good people. In fact, we bought our Santa Fe from Wiesner down in at the Wiesner dealership in Conroe. Great folks, loved them. But man, being in the sales industry of that, it's tough.
Mm-hmm.
It was not a fun.
It's
gig.
a gift. You have to be good at it. Just wasn't your thing.
Why don't the dealerships just sell the cars directly? Cut the middleman and just sell them directly.
Yeah, I don't know.
You go through all this hoopla of how can you get a truck here for $17,000 and right down the street the same truck's $21,000? We have the delivery fee, blah blah blah, the surcharge, blah blah blah. Just buy it directly from the Ford manufacturing, Ford Motor Company.
Well, they
make it easy.
Hey, but then that gives somebody else a job.
Well, cut the middleman on that one. There's other jobs out there, man.
No, I don't know. You never know.
Anyways, used cars, different story. New cars, man, just, if I go to Walmart, well, I guess Walmart's kind of the middleman, right?
Yeah, they're the middleman.
If I go to Walmart and I get a yogurt or something for my kid.
It's not like you can go to Kraft and say, hey, I want a box of mac and cheese. You got to go through the middleman.
Hey, you know what we ought to do one day on this show?
What's that?
We ought to call Kraft and ask them for a box of mac and cheese. Say, hey, this is Rob and Jason from the Good Morning Huntsville Morning Show. They're going to be like, who are you? It's probably going to be a call center. It's not even the United States. And then,
probably.
And we're like, look, we're having a serious discussion about should you cut the middleman? My children eat a lot of macaroni and cheese.
Can we just order direct?
Can I order directly from you, and will that save me any money? And see what they say.
Yeah.
We ought to do that live on the
we
show.
ought to try it.
Yeah, so ain't got no gas in it. Hey, before we go, a lot of friends joining us this morning. We wanted to send a shout-out to you. Lewis Murphy, good morning to you. Kyle Kreiner, hello, Brisketeer. Jamie Saucier saying, good morning, friends. Very thankful for the cool morning. How about our great friend Steph Valley over at Magnolia Kennel joining us? Good morning. El Turpening from New Waverly, Texas. Ran into your wonderful husband at Benny J's at the Restaurant Report on Friday. He was up there with the VFW. I ended up buying some raffle tickets from him. So good to see you, El Turpening. Autumn Wheaton, who won this morning. Autumn, text us on that same line, please, your Cash App or your Venmo. Appreciate you. Kyle saying happy birthday to Jason. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Birthday. What are you doing for your birthday?
Nothing. Working.
Just working? You get a cake or something at least?
No, I'm not eating cake today.
What do you want for your birthday?
Nothing.
You don't want anything?
Mm-mm.
What about a greeting card?
Nah.
Was that little thing that Michelle made okay? Was that good enough?
Yeah, that was
okay.
cool.
All right. Well, happy birthday, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Jason told me something. I said, man, I thought you were younger than what you told me, actually. I thought you were about 3 years older than me, Jason.
Uh-huh.
He's about 24 years older.
Yeah.
No, he's not. Happy birthday.
I look good for 58, don't I?
Yeah, you do, man. Yeah, right. You ain't 58. Tammy saying good morning to you. Hey, look, Mama Thompson. Oh, yeah. Look, she spilled the beans.
Yeah.
Look, she spilled the beans.
I know she did.
She said, good morning, guys. Guess who is
48.
48 today. She said, happy birthday, Bubba.
Yeah.
Now, when she says Bubba, does she say Bubba?
No.
How does she say it?
She just called me Bubba.
Bubba. Did I ever tell you the story of my friend growing up? That the family, they all had, it was his dad. They were all brothers. There's like 5 of them. And they'd get around the table and they called each one of them Bubba. And that's, you wouldn't know who's talking to. Hi. And they'd say it like this. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Bubba. Bubba, you pass the gravy, Bubba. And I guess all of them. Hi, Bubba. Paul, good morning to you. Phyllis Dillard, good morning to you. My sister in Georgetown working this morning said, good morning, Huntsville and Jason. So good to see you on this terrific Tuesday.
Yep.
Roger Burnett, good morning to you. Hey, Sally Hosey joining us, saying, good morning, Huntsville. Have a great day.
Look at that, old Melissa.
Melissa Barham joining us this morning. Carolyn Gibson, the grandmother of Huntsville, with us today. And my sister said, dang, I'm older than you, Jason.
Barely.
So, barely older in Huntsville, Texas, Bubba. You throw it all in one mix.
Yeah.
All right, that'll wrap it up. Hey, we got a great week lined up. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Rick and Kay Boning, they are back from their vacation. I can't wait to have Rick and Kay on tomorrow. We're also going to have Lois.
I got the nicest thank you card from Miss Josie the other day.
Did you really?
I did.
Wonderful.
It was handwritten. It was awesome.
For the donation?
Yeah.
Man, that is great.
Yes.
Well, we're going to have Rick and Kay on tomorrow from Tomorrow's Promise and Lois Stellick from Old Town Theater joining us.
Oh, awesome.
We do have an opening Thursday. We had a cancellation, so if anybody would like to hop on with Jason Bay and I on Thursday, we do have an opening that's open to any nonprofit. If you are a business, you can come on for a very, very, very small fee to help us keep things rolling here on the show. And then Friday, we close out the week with Michelle Spencer from the Boys and Girls Club. Going to be a great week lined up for us. That'll wrap it up, Huntsville. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. All of you listening on Spirit Radio FM as well, even those in Ireland. You know, we have people in Ireland that listen to us. We want to welcome in. What do you call the people in Ireland? What are their...
They're Irish. Goodness. Somebody help me, please. Somebody did not pass geography in school.
Somebody's not doing good in college either, obviously.
Evidently not.
We want to welcome in the Irish that are joining us this morning. Welcome in from Ireland. We'll be back at it tomorrow, 7:30. We love you, Huntsville, as I end every show reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please, please, please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Until tomorrow morning, good morning. And God bless. Go by and see Jason at Guardian Defense online at guardiandefensellc.com. So long. See you, Jason.
See ya.